Looking for your next adventure on the Switch? I've been exploring some hidden gems in the fantasy genre that you might have missed. From epic RPGs to magical building games, I've found some incredible worlds to get lost in. So hit the subscribe button and let's dive into 10 games that deserve your attention. You know what kept me up until 4 a.m. last week? Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. I seriously couldn't put it down. There's something magical about how every choice you make opens up different story paths. It's like being the director of your own fantasy movie. I started out leading this small rebellion, then suddenly I was exploring ancient ruins with a completely different character. The combat? It's like a chess match where every move counts. And can we talk about the character customization? I spent way too much time mixing and matching abilities to create the perfect team.
The advantage is ours!
I stumbled into Europa completely by accident, and wow, what a happy accident that was. Imagine walking through this gorgeous, mysterious world where every corner holds another piece of a massive puzzle. I found myself taking screenshots like a tourist because the visuals just kept surprising me. There's this one moment, I won't spoil it, but I actually gasped out loud when I figured it out. Sure, the game stutters sometimes during busy scenes, but the story had me so hooked I barely noticed. Each session felt like opening another chapter of a really good book. Let me tell you about Void Rot. This game literally made me lose track of time. You know that feeling when you're in the zone and everything just flows? That's the combat in this game. 1 minute I'm dodging this massive enemy attack, the next I'm chaining together this insane combo I didn't even know was possible. I keep finding new ways to combine abilities and honestly, it never gets old. Yeah, the story isn't going to win any awards, but when the gameplay feels this good, who cares? Every fight feels like a dance, and I'm here for it. So, Sky Ocean's Wings for Hire basically lets you live out your Top Gun fantasies in a fantasy world. I mean, who doesn't want to pilot a customized aircraft through floating islands while dodging enemy fire? I've lost count of how many times I've said, just one more mission, only to find myself still playing 2 hours later. Sure, some missions start feeling a bit samey after a while, but there's something so satisfying about perfecting your flight path through a tricky combat sequence. Plus, the aircraft customization is seriously addictive.
I've got this.
Dark fantasy fans, listen up, because Drova, Forsaken Kin is something special. You know those games that respect your intelligence and let you piece things together yourself? That's Drova. I spent hours just exploring this beautifully twisted world, making choices that actually made me stop and think. There's this constant tension in the combat that keeps you on your toes. One wrong move and you're toast. Yeah, it has some frame rate dips here and there, but the atmosphere is so thick you could cut it with a sword. Hey, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this look at some of Switch's finest games, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which of these games you've played or are excited to try. Now, let's continue with our lineup. Here's the thing about Fairy Tail 2, it feels like hanging out with old friends. If you've watched the anime, you'll know exactly what I mean. The magic system nails that feeling of unleashing epic spells that the show does so well. I caught myself grinning like an idiot during some of the character interactions. They just got the personality so right. The story jumps around a bit, sure, but when you're throwing together team attacks with your favorite characters, you won't even care. It's just pure fun. Crown Wars: The Black Prince absolutely destroyed my sleep schedule, and I'm not even mad about it. You'll probably feel overwhelmed at first, I know I did. But once things click, oh boy. I found myself planning strategies in my head while doing dishes. That's how deep this game goes. Every decision feels important, whether you're managing resources or positioning troops for battle. The learning curve is pretty steep, I won't lie, but pushing through those early struggles is totally worth it. The satisfaction of seeing your plans come together is unreal.
At your command!
Ved is the kind of game that reminds me why I love this medium. It doesn't hold your hand or spoon-feed you the story. Instead, it trusts you to figure things out. I love how the puzzles don't feel like roadblocks but natural parts of the world. Every discovery feels earned. Sometimes the performance dips a bit, but the mystery kept me completely hooked. There's this one puzzle that had me stumped for hours, then the solution hit me while I was in the shower. That's how you know a game's got its hooks in you. You want to know what pure joy feels like? Try Dungeons 4. I can't count how many times I've caught myself cackling while watching heroes stumble into my perfectly laid traps. The game's got this wicked sense of humor that never gets old. Building your ideal dungeon feels like being an evil architect, in the best way possible. Sure, you're basically doing the same thing over and over, but it's so satisfying watching your master plan come together. The writing keeps you chuckling all the way through. Alright, let's talk about LEGO Horizon Adventures, because this game surprised me in the best way. Remember that childlike excitement of dumping out a new LEGO set? This game captures that feeling perfectly. I started out just following the quests, but before I knew it, I was spending hours building my own creations just because I could. Yeah, the controls take some getting used to. I definitely made some weird-looking buildings at first, but once it clicks, the possibilities are endless. It's like having an infinite LEGO box with a whole world to play in.
On their flat heads. And everyone knows that only gold bricks could rebuild a village like Mother's Heart. Just don't ask me why. It's just one of those things.
Hey, let me know what you think about these games. Maybe you've played some and have a different take, or maybe something here caught your eye. Drop a comment. Let's chat about it. See you in the next one.
Command! This is first platoon! We've lost the square! We can't hold it!
In darkness, I shall be light. In times of